Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Fifth Scale Dirt Oval Racing Network. This is episode number 4, and I can't believe we're already on episode number 4. But, man, we've got a good show today. We're going to be going to Nebraska, talking to Jimmy Sobbing for our driver spot profile, and then we're going to be going to talk with Delville Speedway owner Carl Graves in the track spotlight. And also, we got a special treat in the shop this week. We're going to be talking to Bruce Triplett with RC for Less. Everybody sit back, have a good time, and enjoy the show. All right, guys, driver profile of our show tonight is going to take us all the way up to Nebraska to speak to a fifth scale late model driver or fifth scale racer up there, Mr. Jimmy Sobbing. Jimmy, how we doing up there in Nebraska?
It's as usual. The wind is blowing like crazy up here.
Oh yeah. Well,
yep,
one of your buddies.
That's the normal.
One of your buddies had contacted us, and it's going to make you feel good that they said you was the top-notch cream of the corn up there in Nebraska as far as fifth scale is concerned, man. And it's going to make you feel good that you got fellow racers thinks that about you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know that I'm the cream of the corn or anything else, but I sure drive hard and give it all I got.
There you go, Jimmy. Hey, what classes do you run fifth scale up there?
I actually run the modified, the sprint car class, and the late model class, all three of them.
Oh wow, man, you race a full schedule every night then, huh?
Yep, absolutely. It makes for a tough night sometimes.
Oh, I guarantee you it does, especially if everything's not working right.
Yep. Them are the worst nights. On them nights that everything's working just right, it makes it a lot of fun to be able to run all three classes.
Oh, yeah. Well, the fifth scale, the modified class and the fifth scale late model class we're very familiar with. We're not as familiar with the sprint cars, but I understand up there that's a pretty good class.
Oh, heck yeah. Up here in the Midwest, it's really big class up through here. I wouldn't say that it's as big as the model or the late model. We just started doing the late model here a couple of years ago up here.
Right.
It's always been the modifieds and the sprint cars, but the late models, it's really coming on strong.
Right. Well, Jimmy, what's your local track? Where do you run normally at up there?
Well, on a normal basis, I run Outlaw Raceway Park in Waverly, Nebraska.
Okay.
Also run Endicott Raceway in Endicott. Them two tracks are what I call my home tracks.
Right. Okay. And now we want to talk about your cars a little bit, man. What's your tire preference? What kind of tires you guys running up there?
Everybody's pretty much on Chaoses up here.
Okay. I understand that. What are we doing?
That's the scary part with the Chaoses being gone.
That's what I was going to say. What are we doing whenever their Chaoses are out? I understand they're not out in production no more, so.
Well, I really don't know what we're all going to do. We're hoping that Chaoses come back. We're not sure what's going on. I know some guys have tried the Mad Maxes.
Right.
Everybody's trying something different right now because everybody's scared what's going to happen.
I understand that. Well, I would ask you what your power plan is, but I can see that from your shirt. And also, somebody's put a little bug in my ear. You're also just found out a team driver for O'Neill Brothers, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, I've been racing for O'Neill Brothers for the last 2 years. This year on the OBR team and last year on the KCRP team.
There you go. Well, man, that speaks a lot right there that you're with the team there, and O'Neill Brothers, like I say, is getting to be one of the very top competitors. I mean, everywhere you go, you got the O'Neill Brothers engines, and they're a good engine. A good team to be with, I'm sure.
Absolutely. They make more power than about anybody, and one of their biggest deals is they're reliable.
Right.
Week in, week out, you don't have to worry about them.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. Well, man, I got to ask you this. What brought you to fifth scale?
Well, I come from full-scale racing. Several years ago, I raced full scales. I started out in street stocks and moved up and started building our own modifieds and run IMCA and NASCAR modifieds for several years and got out of that and got away from racing for a while and run into this fifth scale deal out here in Nebraska, and it's just went gangbusters since then.
I hear you. It's kind of addictive, ain't it? When you get in it, you're in it, ain't you?
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
You've been a full-scale driver, and I ask all our guys that's race full-scale, do you still get that adrenaline rush from these fifth scales as you did in full-scale?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's just the same. competition out there. It's so much fun.
That's right. That's what I tell everybody. Even if we was racing bicycles, I'd want to be the fastest guy on the bicycle, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's in it. It's just in us. It's in our blood.
That's right. Once you do it, it's in there. And you can suppress it, but it's always there, ain't it? You gotta
Absolutely.
Go. Well, I gotta ask you this: your plans for 2018? Are you planning on running any of the big shows, or you?
Well, for the last couple of years, I've strictly run home shows,
right,
and run out here for points. And starting in 2018, I'm going to get away from the running for a local points and go strictly to running for just big shows, travel around, see some country. I'd like to get down with you guys at Family RC, like to get down to Louisiana, Mississippi. That's our plans for 2018, just mainly traveling.
Well, Jimmy, I'd say we'll be running into each other quite a bit over the year. We're trying to compile a list of races. Do you guys have any big races up there in Nebraska?
Well, right now we've got the Silver Cup.
Okay.
That's at Outlaw Raceway Park. It's a big late model show.
Okay.
We just had it for the first year. We're trying to get it going. And then there's 2 or 3 other big races. Lebanon has a big race usually in September. It's a state memorial race that this past year was the first annual state memorial. That's a big race. Dead End Raceway over in Blairsburg, Iowa.
Right.
They usually do a couple of big races out there.
Good. Okay. Well, we certainly are trying to put a list together of races that us at Fiskell.Oval Racing are going to try to make out next year. So I'm sure we'll run into each other. We won't take a lot of your time, but we always come to our quick questions part. I don't know if you've seen any of our episodes, but at the end of our driver interviews, we always do our quick questions. It's just first thing that pops in your mind. It's just to let drivers know and other people know just a little bit about Jimmy Sobbing, just on a personal level. Is that all right with you?
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, here we go. We're going to fire us off here. Quick questions part of the driver profile. Question number 1, hunting or fishing?
Both.
Okay. Cranberry sauce or sweet potatoes?
Cranberry sauce for sure.
Soccer or hockey?
Soccer.
Summer or fall?
Fall.
Toyota or Honda?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd say Toyota.
Okay. Roadrunner or Goofy?
Roadrunner.
Black or gray?
Black.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Colonoscopy or titty piercing?
Come again?
Colonoscopy or titty piercing?
I'd say titty piercing.
I'm with you. All right, guys. Jimmy Sobbing from up Nebraska taking his time. We appreciate you for being part of Fiskell.Oval Racing tonight and our driver profile. Man, best of luck to you in 2018 and your team, and hopefully we'll be seeing each other quite a bit next year, Jimmy.
Yeah, absolutely. I sure appreciate the opportunity, and I plan on seeing you several times next year, I believe, Big Kev.
All right, sounds good, Jimmy. Take care and have a blessed night, my friend.
You do the same, buddy. Thank you.
Fiskell.Oval Racing Network. I'm Big Kev, man. We're here with one of the good guys in RC racing here. We're with Mr. Bruce Triplett, RC for Less. Man, you've done so much for this sport of dirt oval racing. Now you're venturing over into some Fiskell stuff. Already, I don't know if everybody's got a spring that you made, but I'd say most dirt oval racers have got that Fiskell spring you put out, Bruce.
Well, the springs have been good for me on just about any size, 12 scale, 10 scale, quarter scale, 8 scale, now 5th scale. Okay.
Now 5th scale, yeah. And, man, we're excited to hear about this new product you're coming out with. Mr. Bruce Triplett, RC for Less, has got us a Fiskell tire they're testing here. Been doing a lot of work with them today. Where we at with it there, Bruce?
Well, the pattern is good. I think we won't have to make any changes there. It's just thin in between the lugs.
Right.
So we're going to go back in the mold and we're going to adjust the mold to make it twice as thick, and we won't have any problems.
Well, good. Well, here's the thing. If this was to become a spec tire, will you be able to keep up with all of them tires?
Don't order over 200 pair.
There you go.
'cause I can't handle it.
Well, you know, hey, at least we know what we got to go for there. No more than 200 pound at a time, okay, guys? So, Mr. Bruce Triplett, it is a pleasure for us to finally meet you. I've been dealing with you for years. We've raced about everything. Get over in these fifth scale stuff. And you got to have guys like Mike Aldinger that can test these products for you and get them ready. And, man, I'm telling you, you guys put in the work, and it makes it better for all of us.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, and we want to try to keep costs down so the racer doesn't have to go home broke every day.
There you go, and that's perfect for us. But anyway, man, we do thank you. Appreciate you coming, driving all the way up here to Tennessee in our little neck of the woods. And
it was a fun driver, but my wife did all the navigating. It was easy.
Well, good enough, then. Well, Bruce, listen, man, best of luck with that turn. We can't wait to get it.
We'll get it.
We are Fifth Scale Dirt Oval Racing Network at our track spotlight. This week, man, we're going up to Pennsylvania to talk to Delville Speedway owner Carl Graves. Carl, how we doing today?
I'm doing good, Kevin. It's nice to talk to you finally.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I feel the same way there, Mr. Graves. Wanted to ask you, now, what part of Pennsylvania are you located in?
We're right in central Pennsylvania. We're right in the center. You can leave my house 30 minutes in any direction, be at a full-size dirt track. That's why I like this area.
Oh, boy, I bet so. My wife wanted me to ask you the first question here. She wanted me to know how far you was from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Not far, about 30 minutes you can be there.
Oh, my goodness, I can't tell her that because as soon as I said Pennsylvania, she's ready to go. Anytime I'm ready to come to Delville.
It'd be an easy trip. I was looking on the map where you guys are at. We're about 20 minutes from Interstate 81. I believe I could jump on there and just head south.
That's right, yeah.
About 400 miles and I'd be there.
Yeah, we're just 3 minutes from 81. It's just right down here in our back door, about 3 miles from us. So we can jump on head north whenever you get to going. That being said, Carl, when is your racing season? What month you run?
We usually start right after Easter. Next year we'll be starting, I believe it's April 22nd, and run through till the end of September. Usually beginning October we have our last big race of the year. But this coming season we try and run about 22 races. We let the guys have 2 drops, so we count our points on 20 races.
Right, 20 race points there. So you get points every week, though, when you're running.
Yeah, we pretty much run for points every week. Like I said, we let the guys have 2 drops. And we're starting something different this season. A lot of guys are talking about traveling, possibly coming down your way, trying to go to other tracks. And trying to set our schedule up to match somebody else's schedule is tough to do. Plus, it hurts the guys that want to race here every week.
Yeah.
So what we've decided to do is anybody who travels, if they're traveling that week, we're going to give them last place points here at Delville.
Oh.
That way it keeps them in the points race here, but lets them travel.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. And what days do you run on at Delville?
What's that?
What's the day that you guys race?
Day, Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
We run on Sunday afternoon.
Well, those guys could come run with us down here Friday, Saturday, whatever, and still make it back for race day if they're coming this way.
Yeah, they can. We've had some guys go down to the Delaware track on a Saturday and then come back here and run. It makes it tough on them, but they can do that if they want to. We have some guys that talking about traveling. I'd like to do some traveling myself here, but it's tough with the track. But
yes,
we're going to work on it.
Oh, yeah. What size track do you have? What's the dimensions of it?
It's 265-foot run line, about 310 around the outside.
Uh-huh.
Our track is high bank, 32-degree banking in the turns, and mostly clay, red clay, and it's fast.
Oh yeah, I've seen some videos on your Facebook page. It looks like some guys are scooting around through there pretty good on there. What kind of lap system do you run?
TrackMate. The track's been here for like 20 years,
right.
But we've run just about everything you can think of. But up until a couple years ago, it was just for fun for my friends. And I bought that TrackMate scoring system, and it's worked out real good for us.
Oh yeah, and that's what we run here is the TrackMate, and a lot of tracks are going to that, and it's kind of making it easier for guys to go to different tracks and have the same transponder. I don't have to worry about having 15 different transponders to go race somewhere.
Yeah, and it's a lot more economical, the transponders and stuff for the TrackMate system and the system itself. I mean, when I first started, I couldn't afford a big expensive system, so that's why I went with it.
Right.
And we haven't had any problem with it. We keep some transponders here for rent, and I also have them here for sale if guys need them.
Right. Now, I was going to ask you also, now, do you have any special rules or anything for your fifth scale classes up there?
Not really. We try to follow most of the... I tried to model our rules after most of the other tracks, try and stay in line. We do allow the bigger motors here. Motor's not going to make a difference here. It's handling. But we allow the bigger motors mostly because guys had them. King Motors come out now this year with a 36 that's coming on some of their ready to run. So we were allowing up to a 34, the big block Zenua motor, and we're going to probably go with the 36 limit. Truthfully, though, most of the fast guys are running the smaller motors. Mark Blake, our point championships, had 27.2 in this year.
Right.
We got some guys running stock motors that are keeping up. So, like I said, it's not motor here.
That's right. If you can't, it don't matter how big that motor is, if you can't get that car around the track, that motor ain't going to help you a whole lot, is it? Well, listen.
Getting them to turn in and stay on the bottom while you're on the throttle is the fast way around here.
Oh yeah, well that sounds like a fun track that I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping. What do you talk about big races? You guys big race. Me and my brother's trying to get us a schedule together too of what tracks we're going to try and hit up this next year. And I don't know what the name of it is, but you have a big race is it October? You guys have a race?
We usually try and have it first week or two of October. We usually try and run our fall classic. We run a 200 lap race for the late models with a fuel stop. A couple other classes took off this year. We started out with just late models. We run late models, sprint cars, and EDMs now, all fifth scale classes. And sprint cars in this area here, sprint cars are big, and that class just started last year. We're already up to 7 or 8.
Oh, really?
Doing that.
Oh man, that's awesome, and that's what I like seeing is this fifth scale stuff is really taking off, and it don't matter. It's man, I can't get over how I was telling a guy yesterday that we're on the verge of something really big. It just seems like all the tracks that are starting to run the fifth scales and stuff, it's just a fun class to run, and we really. Now, how many are you averaging in each class up there for your fifth scales?
Our late models, we get a full field every week. We average between 12 to, I'd say, 15 or 16 every week. Right. We only start 8 in the feature. It gets crowded out there. We tried more, and it's just too many.
Right.
We've been almost a full field of sprint cars lately, and EDM class is growing too. Good.
Oh, yeah, and that's always good. Anytime you've got growth in something like that. Well, listen to Carl, I really appreciate your time here, and you guys want to go and check them out on Facebook, Delville Speedway. Carl Graves, the owner there, and if you have any questions, contact him. Man, I appreciate your time you give us today to give us an interview, and hopefully we'll be seeing you real soon.
Yeah, come up and pay us a visit. Have a good time.
All right, well, Carl, you take care, friend, and we'll be looking at you later.
All right, thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thank you. All right, we hope everybody had as much fun watching the show as we had making the show. Guys, we just appreciate the ones that came and done the interviews with Jimmy Sobbing and what he's doing for his sport out there in Nebraska, helping other drivers. One of the great drivers up there in that area, and Carl Graves and his things with the track up there in Delville, man. He keeps some parts on hand he was talking to us about, and it's just going to be a fun place to go race if you get an opportunity to go up there and race with those guys at Delville. And don't forget to like them on Facebook. And then we go with Bruce Triplett, man. We got an update on the tires. He's got another batch of tires coming out in a couple of weeks. It's going to be ready for testing. So hopefully we're getting a step closer to having that tire available for people to go and buy from him, the RC for Less. Don't forget to go check their website out. Bruce Triplett's a super nice guy. And man, don't forget to go like and share our page, Fifth Scale Oval Racing Network. We're growing every day, and we've got some exciting news that we're going to be bringing, hopefully, with our next episode. Some things that's in the works. But, man, don't forget, like it, share it, make sure everybody you know knows about us. And hopefully we'll see you guys down the road. Until the next time, this is old Big Kev, over and out.